Brian's asking, how best do you motivate teams to shift left or shift right?
Right. They're very different.
Mm.
I think they're very different.
Okay.
So which one do you want to accomplish? You have to like pick one, get some success with it, then maybe switch tracks. I think the answer for me is always prototype and show early success. Shift left, the way I would do it if I were an SDET, software developer and test, QA engineer, and my life is spent doing something like either exploratory testing or automated UI testing through a browser. I would try to find the nearest microservice and start doing some contract testing or some API testing against that microservice and collaborate with the developers to show them that, look, I can prove in one test that the UI renders the result from the API. If I send garbage data to the API and it sends me an error message, I can prove to you that that error message gets rendered in the UI just fine. Mm-hmm. I don't then need to generate 500 tests that generate the different combinations of error messages I get from the API. I've already demonstrated that the UI renders the API errors just fine. So that's the shifting left answer. The shifting right answer is, I spent a day and a half at Retail Me Not doing a little test where I intercepted the signal that was being sent when I clicked. I used a proxy to intercept that signal, used the har file breakdown to examine what was going on in the signal, located a problem that I don't have time to go into, and immediately zeroed in on what was going on with the analytic signal. We had shipped a change to production that morning that had lost us something like $150,000 just in hours. Mm-hmm. We knew that. And by being able to isolate and identify the problems with the analytics as they were being coded, I was able to demonstrate, and it went like the next day, the CEO knew who I was. If you want to get attention, that's the easiest way, is to get the CEO involved, right?
Yeah.
That's the way to motivate the team, is to say the CEO cares about this. This is what the money wants, as my colleague Titus says. And so to me, it's a little bit baffling. This conversation hasn't gone farther than it has. Mm-hmm. But I'm hoping it'll start to go somewhere really soon.